Welcome back, class 10, your physical education class. Today we will start a new chapter, chapter 11, careers in physical education. So, if someone pursues physical education as higher study or study, what various careers they can have? Physical activity and sports has always been a part of our culture. In ancient times, staying fit was a part of our survival. A fit man could fight the beast and endure physical exertions of war. So, physical activity was a part and parcel of our life and culture from a very long time. So, in ancient time, physical fitness was vital for any person or the uh, 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 physical fitness was a part and parcel of their life, because if you are not fit, you will not be able to survive. A fit man could fight the beast. Physical culture was extremely important in Greece, and there were fighters, there were Spartacans. So, physical fitness, fit body is always adored and admired. In short, training and practice of physical activity in ancient time had the major motive of preparation of war. So, fitness was also a part to prepare soldiers for war. Physical education today emphasis on connecting science for design of physical activity. The scope of physical education has broadened and includes physical, recreational, intellectual, emotional, social, and economic development of an individual. So, these are the various scopes which physical education can provide. Various career options in physical education. So, what are the different types of careers one can choose if someone takes physical education for their higher studies? Number one is coach. A person who has studied physical education as a higher study can become a coach. Sports coach help children and adults to realize their potential in a sporting discipline through the provision of instruction, advice, and encouragement. So you can give instruction, you can advise, and you can provide encouragement. Coaches are responsible for planning, organizing, and delivering an appropriate range of sports activities and programs for individuals and teams. So they can plan, organize, and deliver various kinds of programs for a various range of sports activities. So, minimum educational qualification. So, what are the minimum educational qualifications needed? Diploma in coaching from SAI, Sports Authority of India, NSIS, or from any organized Indian or foreign university. So, it is generally one semester, that means 1 year, 2 semesters. Uh, there are some names of institute and minimum education qualifications are given. So diploma courses in sports coaching in SAI, NIS, Patiala, all these things are given. Okay. Diploma course in sports coaching, diploma in sports coaching from SAI, NSEC Kolkata, diploma course in sports, Lakshmibai National College of Physical Education, Thiruvananthapuram. These are various uh, institutes with all sorts of courses are given in your book, you can see. So what are the job opportunities? What job opportunities one can have? Schools and universities, colleges and local authorities, fitness centers, sports, holiday camps, one can get job opportunities over there. Sports national governing bodies, sports councils, you can get job opportunities over there. Responsibility. What is the responsibility of a coach? Planning and engaging coaching sessions and activities in safe environment for training. So you have to plan and engage coaching sessions and activities in a safe environment for trainees. Evaluating performance of trainees. You have to evaluate the performance of the trainees. Providing suitable feedback and help to improve techniques of the training. You have to provide a suitable feedback and you have to improve the techniques of the trainees. You have to identify areas for further development of training. You have to identify areas for further development of the trainees. Ensuring that trainees train and perform to a high standard at all the times. So to ensure that the trainees train and they perform at a high standard all the time. This is a duty of a coach. Developing knowledge and understanding of trainees in relation to fitness injury, sports psychology, nutrition and sports science. So the coach should develop knowledge and understanding of the trainees in relation to what? In relation to fitness injury, sports psychology, nutrition and sports science. So as a coach should have the understanding in these various aspects, in these various areas. Working with IT-based resources to monitor and measure performance of the training. So information technology based resources, they should have gadgets, they should have equipment to measure, to monitor the performance of the training. Communicating with physiotherapists, doctors and nutritionists regarding the needs of the training. So a coach should communicate with the physiotherapist, a coach should communicate with the doctors, a coach should communicate with the nutritionists regarding the needs of the trainees. Framing, a coach should frame personalized training programs for trainees. So a training program should be personalized for the training purposes of the trainee. So it will vary. One program which is suitable for trainee A should vary from trainee B. So it varies from one person to another. Work on developing advanced techniques and tactics. So advanced techniques, what advanced techniques can be there? What types of tactics can be provided? These things should be developed. Monitoring and maintaining records of trainees' performance, physical condition and mental attitude. So a trainee's performance, a trainee's physical condition or a trainee's mental attitude has to be measured and recorded. Now, beneficial qualities. What are the qualities a coach should have regarding which will be a benefit for him? A coach should have excellent communication skill. Number one. A coach should have the ability to inspire confidence and motivate. A coach should have the ability to assess and solve problems. Determination a coach should have. A coach should be patient. Patient means it should have patience, not patient in that way, suffering from some disease. A coach should have determination and patience. A coach should have good organizational skills. A coach should be sensitive, should have a sensitive and supportive approach. A coach should have a good physical fitness himself or herself. So otherwise, if the coach is unfit, how can he give benefits to others? Now, so these are the responsibilities of a coach. So today we have learnt about coaches as a career option. So there are various career options. You can have physical education teachers. You can have professional sports person as a career option. You can have wait a second. You can be a part of the sports management. Then you can have you can be a commentator of any sports. So these are the various things which one can have or one can choose as a career option if a person pursues physical education as their higher studies. There are lots of other options also, but in this chapter, we will study these options. Today, we have studied a career option as a coach. So, in the next class, we will study a career option as a physical education teacher and we will carry on from there. Okay, thank you for today.